"This meeting is for heirs only," the lawyer said, his voice slicing through the oak-paneled room. I placed the deeds on the table, 5 thick envelopes sealed in gold. My siblings froze. Their smiles, the ones they wore walking in, cracked like porcelain. "You mean," I said, steady as a blade, "the ones I already own?" Their inheritance just vanished, and I didn't blink. We used to laugh in this very room, the 3 of us, me, Arif, and Sana, Dad's golden children. He believed we'd carry his empire forward together. He was wrong. I remember the night after the funeral. Arif poured me a drink, eyes glinting like the whiskey in his glass. "To new beginnings," he said. I didn't know then that he'd already filed papers, transferring Dad's hotels under his name using forged signatures. Sana helped him. She always did. Trust is a quiet thing when it dies. You don't hear it break. You just wake up one morning and realize it's gone. It started with missing documents, little things. The original property files, Dad's business ledgers, old account statements. When I asked, Arif said the lawyer had them. The lawyer, of course, said otherwise. Then came the whispers. An overheard phone call. "She'll never find out." I did. I found everything. The shell companies, the hidden accounts, the sale agreements backdated with my father's forged signature. They'd planned it all. When I confronted them, they smiled. Smiled. "Relax," Sana said, her tone sugary and soft. "You're not good at business anyway." That was the night I stopped being their sister. Rage is useless when it's loud. I learned that quickly. So I went quiet. I listened. I learned the laws they'd ignored. While they flaunted their new cars and designer suits, I sat in Dad's old study, night after night, learning how to destroy them without leaving fingerprints. They'd transferred assets into their names using power of attorney documents that had expired. A technicality, yes, but legal ground strong enough to undo everything. So I found a better lawyer, one who hated greed as much as I did. Together, we built a case, layer by layer, like setting traps in a forest. The first trap was subtle. I reactivated the trust fund Dad set up in my name, something they'd forgotten existed. Through that, I quietly acquired shares in every company Arif owned, one proxy at a time. Then came the second, a debt consolidation deal that looked too good for Sana to resist. She signed it without reading the fine print, transferring her equity to me as collateral. They were greedy, predictably so. By the time they noticed, it was too late. The holdings, the land, the bank accounts, they were all under my control. Legally, cleanly. All that was left was the reveal. And that brings us here. The lawyer adjusted his glasses. "According to your father's will, the properties are to be divided equally, unless ownership has already changed hands." Arif's jaw tightened. "What the hell does that mean?" "It means," I said, sliding the papers forward, "you should have read what you signed." Their eyes darted between each other, confusion turning to panic. Sana grabbed one of the envelopes, tore it open, and froze. Her lips parted, but no words came. Arif looked at me like I'd just pulled the ground out from under him. "You can't!" "I already did." He slammed his hand on the table, the sound echoing off the walls. "This isn't over." "It is," I said quietly, because this time I didn't come to fight. I came to finish. The lawyer coughed softly. "Everything is legal, Mr. Arif. Irreversible." That word hung in the air. Irreversible. He slumped back in his chair. Sana looked away, her eyes glistening. I felt nothing. No triumph, no pity, just peace. When the meeting ended, they walked out first. I stayed behind, tracing the grain of the table with my finger. The same table where Dad once made us promise to never let money divide us. He was wrong about many things, but he taught me one truth. Power isn't inherited, It's taken. I walked to the window. Outside, the city pulsed with light. Cold, distant, and indifferent. I'd built my justice in silence. No scandals. No fights. Just precision. Maybe that's what revenge really is. Not chaos, not destruction, but order restored. I left the building with the deeds in my hand and the past behind me. As the elevator doors closed, I caught my reflection in the glass. Calm, unbothered, unbroken. And for the first time since Dad died, I smiled. Because they thought inheritance was a gift. But I learned it was a weapon, and I wielded it well.